nice and fed from the snacks. So we're going to move into a discussion, and this session specifically is going to talk about the SIEM, security incident and I guess event management for SOC. So Gaetan Dobbeleer is going to talk. He's a system architect with 30 years of experience with network system and security engineering and things like that. Oh, kill the door, thank you. And his friend Thomas Gillard's here to help out, I suppose. So I'll handle questions and stuff as we go along, but go ahead and proceed.
Thank you. Okay, it works. Thank you everybody to come here. We're here to talk about a vision, a technical vision, but also a political vision for the Security Operations Center. The goal of this short meeting, because it's 20 minutes, it's gone. Okay, 20 minutes is to provide you some hints, some info of what can be possible in terms of SOC integration, SOC mutualization, and SOC mutualization of operation, actually. So first, I'm sorry, but I have to talk about a little bit about the society, CS Group, of course. Yes, please. So CS Group is, if you don't know the society, it's an historical French company. We are a prime contractor, integrator of turnkey critical mission system, actually. So a lot of buzzword. To be very concrete, to be very pragmatic, we are providing and maintaining critical system, business-oriented system, from underwater for submarines to space, obviously, because we are here. and this is the goal of this presentation, is to tell you about space-oriented system security operations center, but also what we can call a holistic control center, command center for the future of the security operations, actually. So we are talking about a society, a company which is around 2,500 people. We have recently been acquired by Soprasteria, so we are a lot bigger now. We are talking about 50,000 people around Europe, mostly. And so in terms of cybersecurity, because we're here, for that, we are also a prime system integrator in cybersecurity system. So we are talking about, for example, the French National ID, the French National Policeman ID, the registered letter, the national registered letter, but also some administration for critical system, and also we can call it, we can talk about it later, also solutions around restricted and classified cloud system. So specific technology. If we go again, if we go into the subject, because the time is counted, and I want Gaetan to speak about the SOC actually and our solution. If we make a quick overview of the space problematics in terms of security operations center. Obviously, space is a specific environment, obviously, because it's dual, actually. You have some mostly classical IT assets on the ground, but you also have some specific technical assets in space, on the spacecraft, onboarded. Another thing about the specificity of space system, it's the life cycle, which is very, very long, and which can be very similar to what we see on industrial side. For example, for nuclear power plant, the time between the decision to make a power plant and the actual start of the reactor can be 10 years, 15 years, and so on. In that way, space is very similar to that. also the space sector is changing now, actually, because of what we call the new space, for using the buzzword. So concretely, the multiplication of spacecraft and the production of new system in a more agile manner, actually. So in different way that historical spacecraft, actually. When we are talking about cybersecurity, obviously we have to talk about sovereignty. So the sovereignty of the space system is very, very important. Everyone in this room knows the call for ISO square. In ISO square, it is very clearly marked the importance of the sovereignty of the system and all the product. So this is a pregnant problematic too. So I see the chrono. So okay, just one more thing. A specificity of cybersecurity also in space is the variety of the security level and of the technology, which is very complicated for a SOC, which is supposed to have holistic monitoring. It is a very complicated matter to take into account also. For that, for all this problematic, I think we can provide some hints, maybe some answer, to provide a specific SOC environment in space environment, in multi-level environment with the new space and also the legacy space. So I will give the floor to Gaetan, which is so the product manager of Prelude NG for CS. So just in a nutshell, Prelude is a SIEM. It's the only European SIEM, already used in the space activity. And Gaetan will talk about the convergence of SOC and the evolution, what we see, and the evolution of SOCs in space environment. Gaetan, if you will.
Yeah. Do you hear me? Yeah. Just here I showed a picture of the ESA satellite environment. We have a lot of SOCs in the ESA environment, from program-oriented SOC, IT SOCs, and SciFi, there's cyber physical oriented SOC, and future SOCs that will come. For ESA CSOC, this IT SOC, we already are busy on migrate the actual SIEM detection and reaction environment to our environment with Prelude NG.
Yes, Prelude is already used in space environment. The message on this slide actually is to share you our vision of actual SOC problematic and SOC isolation and silo, actually. So I think we all agree on this picture. Every program, every information system, even every organism has its own SOC with its own problematic, own SLA, own correlation rules, and so on. No,
Sorry. What's about Prelude? This Prelude NG. This historically, Prelude was a SIEM, an open source based SIEM that CS Group have acquired in 2008, and the core feature on the Prelude is ability to correlate with Python script, and we can correlate from simple to complex treats. We are busy to make an evolution of the product, and based on the evolution is based on our feedback and some project we were involved, Seven Shield and also CSOC. We are thinking that we should evolve Prelude to an XDR and to let SIEM product to collect, to normalize, to perform the first point detection, single source detection, and Prelude will become an hyper correlator above of the normal SIEM system because the market, the SIEM market is very mature. There is a lot of SIEMs which perform the activity of collect, normalization, and first point detection with built-in detection that we can implement. But the problem of the actual SIEM system is to only get view and get detection on source-based, and there is quite no solution where you can do correlation, multi-source correlation. And there we think that Prelude will be the system that we can be above of the normal SIEM, and to become an hyper correlator, and we can detect based on artifact, based on user, based on source, and have the global picture of what's happened, and do the detection and complex detection above on the SIEM. And we also will have a module, ML and I module to perform ML and I detection above on normal detection.
Yes, if I may, we are an integrator, okay? So we are not a pure player editor, actually. So the Prelude have been developed in a way to facilitate the integration between heterogeneous sources. So it's very easy for us to project ourselves on the evolution of the product, to make the product be able to collect a full range of solutions beneath. For example, over SIEM, over NDR, over system, and so on, even logs, or even a blob. For example, for the SOC, we are talking about RFIDS, so the radio frequency interference detection system. So it's a typical specific brownfield, if I may, system and protocol. So we have to decrypt it, to analyze it, and to integrate it to correlate the information and present the right kind of information. So this is why we can propose an hyper correlator very easily with the actual Prelude. To be.
Yeah, here is. In this slide, we can show you a use case, a picture of what we are busy to implement for SOC. We are implementing multi-tenant solution, which can collect logs from collectors or directly from sources. We can also collect agent or agentless Windows event, and we also can collect all the cloud. Our solution can implement 500 kind of market sources, and we also can integrate. I don't put it in the slide, but we can also integrate custom, and we can normalize also custom event. And here we have the collector. There we have the first point SIEM, which doing the normalization, detection, first point detection, and then hyper correlator could perform complexer and multi-sources detection. And we also have the possibility to manage centrally all the SIEM that are spread in multi-tenant environment, and we can also get the raw logs in the collector, but we redirect the logs for other system if it's needed. Okay.
So if I may, yes, we can see Prelude Gaetan as use the word XDR. So XDR in cybersecurity environment is for an hypercorrelation on different systems. We can also call it SIEM of SIEM actually, because in this architecture itself, we can manage different types of system based on different types of SIEM, and to manage them centrally with the director and the correlator, the hypercorrelator above all, actually, to have a holistic view.
There we have Prelude NG, and Prelude NG we have Prelude hypercorrelator, and we have partner SIEM for the collection. And then for the future, we are thinking and we are busy to prepare the possibility to integrate other sources, collect sources, SIEM sources and cloud sources directly for the system. Here I show you a picture of a tenant, multi-tenant, siloed tenant, where the implementation was on different product and different team which implement the collecting. We have in the both tenants the same sources, nearly the same source, custom sources. We have a shows of collection and data log storage different in both, and we have the use case, the case management tools is different. We have complete two different SOCs, and for us there is a missing tools. You can get a global view and global detection on both SOCs.
And when you read tenants under, you can also read program, you can also read organism, you can also read directions, and so on. So entities actually.
And there will come the new solution. We are busy to build with this roadmap. We are busy to prepare the new generation of Prelude, hypercorrelator Prelude, and the goal of this system is to have universal collector, a normalization collector, which can collect this. It's a pull and not a push way. A pull via REST API pull. We can collect what information we want to on heterogeneous system. We can get the raw logs. We can get the SIEM event, and we also can get the cloud and also the CTI, and we can with this we have on normalized view of all the collected event in one system, and we have also the possibility to build multiple context correlator, real-time correlator for major cases. We can also weak signals correlator and post-mortem correlator, and the way we do a weak signal, we will implement in our system. We will be fully compliant with Sigma detection, and we will collect all the Sigma rules to perform weak signal analysis and detection. And we also will have the SciFi, the IEML system to get better detection based. We can plan to have the detection for example, we can make RF detection IE in a IE way to categorize the intentional and unintentional RF interference. We also can have a system to filter out false positive event and so on.
And obviously, as we come from the defense sector, this kind of architecture is thought in a cyber in a compliance compliance to national and international regulation, of course. So we can talk about multi-level SOC and so on.
And from these tools, we are centralized tools to have a big picture of what's happened of a multi-SOC system. We can show you that the tools we are busy to build will be the good tool to have the big vision of what's happened on multi-SOC system and have a big view of threat detection.
But what we say is that we have we think we have a mature technology to provide technological solution to organizational problem of the isolation of the different SOC. That won't replace every program SOC, every entity SOC, and so on. Of course, it's a daydreaming, but we can provide a way to manage overall all the security assets, all the security postures, to get to make a better security and to raise the level of cybersecurity in the space. Because we have the solution, we have a part of the solution, technical solution, and we can manage to integrate, and we have the know-how and the knowledge to integrate on different type of SOC. So we are talking about standard security SOC IT1, but also we think also to integrate some physical assets and physical supervision that we call SIFI for cyber-physical correlation to provide a even better correlation and even better holistic view of cybersecurity. Yeah, it's finished. Okay, we are late. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll take some questions. We got one online, but I have one before that one. So, from a SOC perspective, it looks like there's good coverage from standard IT logs, all that stuff. So I think I heard you mention this, but how do you handle the TT&C data, the telecommand and telemetry data, and how you decode that? Because it's probably different for each mission set. And do you integrate in like the full command and telemetry databases for the decoding, so you can, alert on the various commanding and telemetry issues?
The goal of the detection of custom sources is part of the SIEM. And we have the possibility to integrate custom logs. We have custom technique to normalize those logs and to integrate into SIEM. And then when is it on SIEM or in the raw collected system, we can get it from the Prelude hypervisor system to have the point of the security and to do detection about the normalized logs.
Okay. So the question we had online is the Python module you mentioned, the AIML SciPy or SciPhysical, whatever. Is that proprietary or is it shareable or is it open source? The model you talked about in the beginning.
Sorry, could you?
The Python AIML.
Yeah, it will be based on Python. Yeah.
No, is it?
It's not. It will be unproprietary. It will not be open source.
Okay, it's a proprietary.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions in the room specifically?
Actually, I have two questions. The first one, does the collector can work in air-gap environments?
Air-gap.
Air-gaps environments, specific
Yes.
environments when you can
And,
send the
and,
logs?
and diode also in multi-level environment we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
provide
We have-
strong protocol ruptures actually, yes.
Okay.
Well, you can integrate on all the
The segregation measure and
yeah.
segregation tools on the information system actually, yes.
yeah.
Okay. And for collecting logs, do you provide templates that will normalize automatically the logs?
The
Or-
templates. What do
Templates
you mean?
or-
We have package. We can.
Yeah, package, for example.
We provide more than 500 package to normalize
Okay.
normal logs and
Automatically.
automatically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got one more online. So the question is, do you consider central management of digital certificates and private keys inside the holistic SOC approach? So in your SOC
So,
team, do you manage
yes, yes.
certificates? And
It-
Not in this product, but
no, it's
we
not-
will integrate with other products. Yeah.
It's not inside Prelude, but obviously there is a PKI issues in the centralization of SOCs, and we can. So I'm not here to make the promotion, but we also have this kind of product ourselves in cryptography. Trusty, feel free to go to the stand to speak about it. But we know how to create some specific and complex PKI architecture with different CA in English, CA, and some delegation between CAs and so on. So I think it's daydreaming to imagine that there is only one PKI to all the system. Everyone will be independent with his own authority and in own key ceremony and so on. But there is a ways on integration of PKI to provide some cross-certification and to provide some trust management between the CA. So it will be a side project, of course, of an architecture problematic, but not inside Prelude. Prelude will use certificate actually.
Okay, thanks. That's all the time for this one. So catch these guys in the hallway at the break. We'll move on to the next presentation here shortly. Thank you.
Thank you.